Alrighty, guys. Week 3, BSG, Dual Esports. It is AllOneLane versus Myrmidon. Should be a good game. My name is Crazy Chris, and with me today is
Lefty. Hey, what's up, guys?
Lefty. Alright, so just a quick little forbearing for everyone. This is going to be my first time streaming and casting, so just bear with me if there's some technical difficulties. Let us know in chat, and we'll try and work out the kinks here.
How are you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing actually exceptionally well. I'm actually really excited about this. I know it's been a little bit hectic getting a couple of things together on stream and things, but the casting part of it, the League of Legends action part of it, the hard-hitting action, that's what I'm here for. That's what it's all about for me.
So, what do you think about this first draft, the first ban phase?
I think the first game in any series really should set the tone for what you want to do. You play to your win conditions, and you look at the bans that we got so far. On the left side, we got a Brand, Caitlyn, and a Lulu. Caitlyn being really strong and early prioritized in this league, and Lulu just really broken support right now.
I actually like this Zac pickup here because it seems like Airborne Rider plays a good amount of Zac in rank. And then Zac is probably by far one of the most OP junglers out here in the meta right now. I was really surprised it wasn't banned in the first phase.
Yeah, Zac is either pick or ban 100%. And if you guys are paying attention to what people are playing in your league, it's good to try and take away one of their comfort picks and put yourself in a good position to win with, bans on one side and takeaways on the other.
Yeah, definitely. United MU is definitely stepping up already with the great first pick coming in, and then they're gonna pick in Lucian for the bottom lane and AD carry.
It's a strong ADC pick, and I'm an ADC main, so it's really interesting to see how it works out. I know that typically Lucian does body the Twitch, but I think it may come down to the supports, and it's a little spicy Malzahar pick on AllOneLane. It could be a flex. Malzahar mid just did get a buff, and I know they're going to bunch or nerfs to Malzahar support, but hey man, you just press R and win. So Malzahar on team is going to work out, I think.
Yeah, they definitely hit Malzahar really hard in the support just because he was able to live so long with being so squishy. And I'm really glad they nerfed Malzahar, but I don't think he's in meta really anymore as a support, so I most likely think this is going mid.
A nice Kassadin pickup. You see, like, if it is a Malzahar mid, Malzahar wins that lane matchup early, but late game, the roaming potential and mobility on Kassadin is just, it's really hard to pin him down. And, Malzahar without an ult and being really immobile is easy to pick off. And with Zac being really good at ganking from, like, those off like, screen ganks, I'm really interested to see how that matchup turns out in the long run. So we're getting into the second ban phase. Karma is going to be banned out as well.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're trying to pinch out Ares' support pool, and they're trying to pinch down the support since their support. It seems like it is going to be Malzahar's support, as long as it seems like they're just banning out these supports.
I'm getting some comments from Peanut Gallery saying my audio is fucked. Not really helpful on that. Let me say that. What do you mean? Is it just lag? Can you check that out for me, Lefty?
Yeah.
testing, 1, 2, 3. Is it the game
dude, it's
audio?
absolutely morphed.
Is it the game
audio? It's your actual audio in general. It's morphed. Yeah, your voice is morphed. I sound just fine. Make sure you're going through the right microphone.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, that one sounded better.
That one sounded better. Testing.
Yeah, all right.
Mic check. All right, thank you for that. I really appreciate you. And not actually Peanut Gallery, it's just what I call Twitch chat. If you have a laptop, it's the laptop. No, it's non-laptop. So Let me know if this is any better. As we continue in with the pick.
Wait, it dropped back again. It dropped back again. I don't. It sounded fine when you said test 1, 2.
Test 1, 2. I don't know. I disabled all other microphones but one that I'm using. And I only have 2.
That is weird, but going back to this draft phase, we're gonna see a Shen support come out of here in the bot lane and a Fiora top lane.
If you're a top lane and a Shen support, I mean, it's a well-rounded, decent front line with Zac and Shen. Hopefully, Lucian gets in a position to kind of use his mobility.
Chris, fix your mic. I can also cast until you get it fixed. All right? Because I can't hear you at all. It's really morphed. So just get working on it. I got this. Especially with the 3-minute pause, we can do this.
Okay, we'll just see if any of this helps. Test. I can't hear it to see if it's fixed.
Yeah, I'm listening for you. Could you look at your microphone's input settings and like see which microphone it is and check to see if like you're using default or a specific mic?
One sec. This is just a small setback. We'll get this fixed. Is this any better? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, wait a sec. Let me hear it on stream.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Mic check 1, 2.
Nah, it's not. You get a 20-second delay. It's not.
I am not using my webcam mic, but here's what we do.
If you need to, just go to your your bad webcam mic on Discord and use your regular mic for stream. I don't need to hear you as well.
It should be something. I completely removed my webcam from the equation. So you should only hear my mic. One mic. Test 1, 2, 3. Is this any better, guys? Please let me know.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that sounds better.
Cool.
Their coach is muted and deafened. All right, good. So we're good.
We're good?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. You know, we were going to come across some hiccups being this is my first time casting and streaming. And as long as it's a small issue with audio quality, that's the least of my worries. But as we...
Okay, so it looks like it is a Malzahar mid. And they were pinching Ares, I'm guessing, with support.
Yeah, I mean, Malzahar mid getting those buffs this patch. It is patch 7.11 that we're on. Sona is actually pretty broken, in my opinion, but super squishy. Really susceptible to the Shen and Lucian all in. It'll be interesting to see how that bot lane matchup goes. Who do you think is the player to look out for this game, you know?
The player to look out for this game, I think it's going to be Airborne Raider on the Zac jungle, just to watch and see his really good gank patterns. Because Zac has so many more gank opportunities compared to a Gragas, but Gragas also has flash body slam. I just think the Zac is something we should look out for. And then the top lane is going to be a really trade heavy lane. Fiora versus Renekton.
Alright, as we are loading into the Rift for the first game, Week 3, AllOneLane versus Myrmidon United, guys. Let me know in chat who you think is going to take home the series victory, or even just the victory of this game. It's going to be a 2-0 stomp, or is this going to a 3 game?
So, Chris, who do you think is going to win this game based off the comps?
Based off the comps, I'm actually liking... It's interesting. I'm actually liking AllOneLane a little bit here. Twitch has got a super... I don't know. They're very, very equal, I think. They both have very strong junglers. Mid lane are both very strong picks. 2 fighters in the top lane. I guess that's more of a skill matchup. Renekton versus Fiora. And it'll be interesting to see how the slightly off meta supports go. Shen is really strong, but he's not super strong in more support scenarios, because usually you ult the ADC as Shen, or maybe I always bitch that Shen should ult me, but you're already in lane with Lucian. You kind of lose that surprise attack of getting that one extra man for that ultimate.
Definitely, I agree. Got a really nice and simple level 1 coming out. Looks like nobody's going to do a real big invade. Just looks like both teams are just 5-pointing in, hovering their bottom side buffs. Just a normal start.
Pardon me, I think I made a little bit of a...
You need to switch scenes.
Nope, there's no scene made for that one. I think I made a mistake here. Whatever. This should actually give the results we need.
You gotta game capture and check to see you're on the right client. There you go.
Like I said,
You're good.
I just made it all into one scene. Feels good, man. Sorry, guys. Still working out the kinks. It looks like there is going to be a good standard start for Airborne Raider, starting red side, getting a nice leash from his strong side jungle. And
Yeah, this is very a standard start for both lanes coming here. Zac and Gragas both have really good jungle sustain, so they don't need that hard of a leash, and they never need to smite. And it looks like Zac is going to do Raptors, looking for a full clear coming out here besides doing his Krugs, instead of just trying to rush level 3 like normal, where people would go red, wolves, blue, and just go for an immediate gank. It looks like he's trying to do like a different start since he has more AoE and he can clear.
it's interesting that neither jungle started chickens or raptor camp, whatever you'd like to call it. To get that early too, good for a quick early gank.
Well, okay, so there's a little bit of insight with that. You need a mid lane. All you need for a leash is like a mid laner, and they just throw out one ability over the wall that's AoE. Neither mid laners really have that
Taunt
AoE.
is landed level 1, and first blood does go out to Lucian there. What a quick one there. Sona just got chunked out really low, and I told you he's susceptible to the early CC. Get the Lucian ahead. That's the name of the game. But
Yeah, level 2 power spike definitely did come out for MU, and they just completely punished it. That Smiley is my guy is,
they're
and
not
see, look,
done
this is
yet.
a taunt combo. They punish it so hard.
Ooh,
Force
they
flashes,
force a
heals, and deaths.
flash. Hero had the flash, but Airborne Raider going for a spicy gank on top lane. Doesn't have a second minion to grab to get the additional CC on the Q, but actually gets chunked out for his time.
Yeah, definitely not a good gank there. Wastes a lot of time while Gragas just gets a free Scuttle Crab and gets the topside vision control. So ultimately, it was not a good gank.
Oof, taking way too much damage from Fearless, flashes and gets taken out. Fiora getting strong early, something you definitely don't want to have, as Myrmidon is actually putting their stamp on the map early on this game. 3 minutes in, 2 kills up.
Yeah, definitely. That's what happens when Fiora gets. So the gank was good. It wasn't like really all that bad as I was kind of hyping up to be. He definitely took pressure and gave Fearless a chance to get some CS and some experience to just be able to solo kill him, the solo kill Green Boys, and it definitely wasn't that bad of a gank. It just could have been a lot smoother and a lot cleaner if you used actual mechanics and got Zach CC down.
Yeah, if you look at the bot lane, Hero is actually getting really pressured for each minion, and another taunt does slightly miss on Sona, but yeah, pressured hard in the bot lane.
This lane was kind of really determined at level 2 from Ares and Mata. They definitely had to get that level 2 power spike just so they could get somehow of a cheese kill off of it. If not, they would have been poked out by the Sona and just forced backwards even more. Instead, they counteracted it and just destroyed the Sona as soon as they could to force her behind.
Kid's not aware, getting a gank. Whoa, instant flash. It's a good gank from Zach. No vision, pushed up a little bit too hard with no mana, or low mana perhaps. Definitely got to get out of that one.
Yeah, no, the definite possible, the definite best gank that Zach could possibly do now is run over into Gragas' topside jungle, even though he won't get any camps out of this. He just hops over the Raptor wall on the Mousehart. Mousehart will never expect that. With no flash, it should be a clean kill.
Yeah. Fearless taking a little bit of aggressive trades there in the minion wave. I'm not sure if he's aware or if that's his intention, but a little bit silly of a trade on my... Green Boys is deciding he's going to fight back, even if he is down 1 kill.
Yeah, Renekton doesn't really need to worry too much about being down a kill. He just still has so much damage and burst pressure that he can fight a Fiora even though he's down.
Airborne Raider spamming the mastery in the jungle. As if you take a quick look here, that Gragas is sneaking in, trying to get some deep vision on the enemy camps. Trying to spot
yeah, ultimately, that's really good to see out of a jungler. The green spine is definitely better in competitive play, and that's why a lot of pros even take it, and a lot of upper level leagues will do it, just so they can track the jungler and be able to see the enemies come around a lot quicker. So you see that he was getting the deep vision, and he knows that the jungler isn't on the bottom side of the map, also that he backed. So he was just able to go down pressure bot for free without any punishment.
A lot of good macro movements. Gragas taking the blast cone over, trying to get a good body slam. The body slam doesn't quite land, and Shen just easily taunts away from that. Radgas has level advantage on Kid and Malzahar in the mid lane. Ooh, but Airborne Raider is gonna get a nice gank on Smiley, and Smiley's just gonna flash out of it.
Yeah, I definitely love this movement from Zach. He's keeping up with Nyak, but he's definitely keeping ahead in farm and being a lot more pressured in this game than Nyak is.
I mean, it's what you want to see. Zach scales so well into the game, getting so tanky and actually doing such a tremendous amount of damage just from his kit alone. So getting early ganks in is really important. Blue is gonna get handed off here to Kid Fire, so...
Honestly, if I were the Gragas in that situation, I wouldn't really give over the blue buff because you need the experience because you're already behind compared to Zach. Zach's level 5 and you're level 4. You need all the help you can get in experience right now.
I keep watching Cassidy. He keeps using his Q ability on the minion wave. I feel like if you're gonna go Death Touch on Cassidy, you want to always use that on the enemy and just use your W, which is auto attack reset, and it gives you mana back, so it's really easy to use properly. So a little bit of a...
I feel that's really situational. I mean, right now he's just trying to farm up waves, and he doesn't really have too much of a burst to go off of, so he's kind of just playing it safe.
Take a quick look at the CS. There's a huge disparity in CS in the bot lane as Mata is really putting his foot down at 54 CS to Twitch's 37. And they're getting zoned off the waves. Ares is just standing right in front of the wave and got his taunt finger ready. Hero isn't even level 5 yet. Or level 6 rather.
Yeah, they're definitely getting punished out from this early game, just an early game snowing bot lane.
Ooh, and
Snowballing.
Raider is getting a little bit of poke here on the enemy jungle. Depths is gonna have to body slam out, but on the other side of the wall is a Fiora, and wait a second, Radgas comes over, gets Oh, there is a flash, and down goes Gragas. Is there more into this fight? The ultimate does go down for Green Boys. He has to flash out, but wait, Fearless having a little bit of fear and not continuing the dive. It was actually smart to back off there. Would have died and would have made it a 1-for-1. So, smart League Legends there by Myrmidon, actually.
I don't know. Maybe he could have possibly gotten the bottom stack first on Renekton as soon as he popped the ult, and that could have resulted in another kill. But other than that, it was smart to back off from the turret, not die.
Smiley, your level 4 Sona support. You hate to see that in solo queue. Sona gives up an early kill, and then she just isn't really functional for a lot of the game after that. I feel like Sona's a risky champion in that kind of respect. You get ahead, you can be really aggressive, and you get behind, and you kind of just you're barely a heal bot at that point.
That's what happens when you kind of ban out supports, even though you haven't picked yours yet. You force not only yourself but another player onto a support, and it just kind of it's like shooting yourself in the foot. You just give yourself a support you're not too comfortable with, I'm guessing, and then just get snowballed by an even better support. Shin's not a great support all too much nowadays, but he definitely can beat Sona as long as he gets the early game.
Yeah, and the CS is just still going in favor of Myrmidon. If you look at top lane, there's a difference in CS for Green Boys. He's gonna face check him on a control ward, getting some good damage. Green Boys is out of position, gonna go down to Airborne Raider. Top lane is not having a good game. I wouldn't say he's getting camped, but he is getting some pressure.
And this is a good job by Airborne Raider, knowing that his top lane is winning, and if he's able to go into the top side jungle, he knows that Fiora is going to be able to rotate on him. So he's just going to stick to that top side, and then Fearless is definitely like going to fight this as long as he's 1-0.
Level 5 versus level 7. There goes the culling, and wait, not quite done. The flash, the heal, everything expended. He's under turret. There goes the Shen ultimate. Is he going to go down? He absolutely is. Just takes way too much damage, and he goes down. Hero taking 1 kill in return.
There was nowhere really for Lucian to run in that fight. And I'll get back to my other point later, but he was running around and couldn't go around because Gragas was coming in the bottom side river, and also Kid on Fire was definitely rotating.
Kid
Either way,
have
he was
a spell shield blocking that taunt just barely. If he didn't have that, I fear he would have died. Green Boys is rotating down into the bot lane, and looks like they're going to do a lane swap here as Myrmidon is putting a lot of pressure on the top side of the map. A couple pings are going out for the Rift Herald as well, so they're actually getting their stuff really prioritized to put themselves in a good lead to take the game.
Honestly, I don't think you should ever really lane swap here in this game until bot lane gets the first turret, and then you can send bot lane mid most likely, and then get another turret there, and then just work them around the map to get all the outer turrets. As long as they're really ahead like they are right now, it definitely would be viable to get a good gank off bot lane and then just go get the turrets.
Green Boys was sitting on the pink. I'm not sure what he was doing there. As Lucian saying, you know what, I don't care. I have some damage. I'll give you a quick trade. Fearless is pushing down for the First Blood Tower, and it's going to go down. There you go. First Blood Tower at 12 minutes and 15 seconds, guys. Clearing out some vision, Gragas. Body
don't think they should be doing the Rift Herald right now.
Sona's still not even level 6 yet. Just trying to get some sort of experience wherever she can, but she rotated top with her ADC, so hopefully she can get some of that top lane experience.
She's not even stepping in the lane either, so she's not getting any sort of... She has no gold income, no experience. She's only got 26 gold
to her
from her
mid
spell
lane
piece.
friend. That kid is level 9. About to hit level 10, and that's a 5 level difference.
Yeah, definitely really behind, not getting any sort of experience.
Rift Herald is going to go out to the red team. But there's so much action going on in the bot lane. It looks like Lucian is trying to 1v1 Green Boys. Green Boys has to use his ultimate to back out. And on the mid lane, there's going to be a lot of poke. It looks like they're actually really being abusive to Sona as Radgast gets a little bit of a poke out. Push her out of lane one more time.
So this is actually a really good macro from AllOneLane to get that Rift Herald down, especially while Lucian's sitting on the bottom side of the map. They can really just force it and not have to worry about bot lane snowballing and destroying the team fight. So they can actually just go and get a free objective off of it.
MU is going to secure the blue Drake, get them that regen. I mean, it works well for Kassadin. I guess with the mana nerf solution, it's helpful. Any Drake at this point is good. Just take it off the map.
Yeah, definitely taking it off the map, and it will be another Ocean Drake coming up next time. So
Green
double
Boy
Ocean
gets
Drake is gonna be
taunted
so
under
strong.
tower, under his own tower. He's unsafe under his own tower as Mata gets another kill. It's a 4 team members bot lane.
I consider that a little bit of a misplay coming up from Green Boys. He definitely knew that there was a good amount of people on the bottom side of the map as they just took the Drake, but he still sat underneath like an outer turret and just allowed himself to get killed by it.
Airborne's trying to get a little bit of a sneaky steal off the blue buff for his mid lane. Rad will happily take that blue. They put down a control ward, a sneaky little control ward, see if they get another little pick.
Yeah, this is definitely worth. I think they're probably gonna get the pick on Nyak in here, as he's definitely being spotted.
I'm not sure if you can burst him out, but you're definitely going to put a little bit of damage. Explosive Cast goes out. Rift Walk to try and get some more damage. He is blue smited so he can slow and get away. Barrel does go wide. Airborne Raider lands the elastic slingshot, flashes into the enemy base. Less bounce doesn't quite do the work, but the damage is there and he's dead.
Yeah, it was a really good pick coming out from them. They could have played it a lot better. I think
mid lane as Ares does flash taunt onto Kid of Fire, who does throw the ultimate, but Mata just too far ahead. And this is just a spicy one game, guys. And it's
this game is getting really out of control for AllOneLane.
Another taunt under tower, and the culling comes out, but she flashes out. Smiley just really getting the short end of the stick on this game here.
Yeah, AllOneLane is getting massively outplayed here. They're just stepping up in the wrong spots, and then MU is definitely able to just take over and catch them out on these rotates.
Airborne
See, here's even going to be a tower dive coming out.
With another taunt inside of that Sona going down one more time. They're tanking a little bit of turret shots. Double kill for Mata on his Lucian. Boy, oh boy, that Lucian is actually popping off this game.
Yeah, it's completely... I think this is just going to be already game. I wouldn't be surprised if... MU is definitely going to be able to close this one out just by the gold lead they already have at 15 minutes.
I mean, if we could dial back to what happened 3 minutes ago, there's so much action going. They actually gave the Rift Herald to Sona, and they got the top lane tower in return to the gank on bottom, but it's not going to be enough as the gold lead is about 7,000 gold difference, 16 minutes in, 10 kills to 1. MU putting their stamp on the Rift. Airborne Raider, elastic slingshot. Green Boys instantly flashes and ultis. I'm not really sure if both were needed, maybe just one or the other, but a little bit of a miscalculation and no discipline on the summoner there. Parrying the stun and going full ham under turret. Hero just trying to do his spray and pay, trying to get Radgas, but it's just not going to be enough. Airborne Raider just landing every engage.
Here he shouldn't have engaged, really. It forces a lot out of his teammates, and it almost gets them killed. Definitely are going to get something out of this, but it looks like they're going to take 2 down for it.
I mean, if you're going to push people into their side of the map that much, they're going to try and fight you back, as Sona ulti does land on 2 people. Ares is going to have to escape with a good taunt out, and...
Nyak just got a free back in a bush.
Yeah, Fearless and Airborne are searching for him, and it looks like they're going to try and take away the chickens. As Mata is still putting his pressure into the mid lane.
Honestly, the best jungle camps to take in the early and the mid game are definitely going to be the Raptors and the Krugs. They are by far the most experience you get from them, and they're also the most gold gained from them, as they have the most minions inside of the camp.
And they're also like the easiest things to steal if you just have a...
Yeah, Zach like W's twice. I mean, he has the full thing. So it's really easy just to steal them in about 2 seconds.
Hero and Smiley's guy is just clearing out their vision in their own jungle. He'd hate to be in a game and you feel unsafe in your own jungle. So a little bit of cleaning out the vision and stopping the bleeding.
Well, as soon as you get mid-tier 1 from any team, they're definitely able to just run inside the jungle, and if they're already snowballing enough, they can just force themselves inside your own jungle and force all these wards.
Fearless is going to try and get himself a little sneaky toad steal, but wait, it's a bait to a taunt onto Knack, and there is going to be too much damage in CC. Gragas is just not tanky enough to deal with the things he's trying to do. Oof, and it looks like Hero being stealth Twitch all by himself. Where's your support? 1v1ing the top lane, but on the bot lane is going to be another Green Boys going down. And it looks like Hero did actually 1v1 the Zachary. Well played on Twitch to get that 1v1. Mata taking a... Oof. Take that back. Mata just doing his thing. As Myrmidon is really just taking any objective they want as they take this tier 2 bot lane turret.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Mata's already snowballing so hard. He was able to take a 2v1 against a Malzahar Sona and didn't even get less than a quarter health on
Under
that.
tower from Ares landing. The spray and play is activated from Hero. Nat goes down. It's a 3v1. And is he going to escape? No, they're not going to let anybody live. They want blood. They want to assert dominance this game. And Ares is actually quite tanky for support Shen.
Yeah, it looks like he's just rushing as much health as he can just to be able to take more turret shots, I'm guessing, off this. Doesn't have really any sorts of armor resistance besides probably just natural born runes and masteries.
I'm not sure what happened here. Got a little bit of... Pardon me, I had a fat finger on the play button, I guess, and I paused the game. Sorry, guys. Culling is going to get used here, so I'm actually behind you currently.
Yeah, just keep clicking the plus button until it gets you back up to speed. It's just Zach soloing Drake right now, pretty much. Nothing else is really going on the map besides Modest overstepping a little bit.
Pardon me, guys. Is Mata trying to get some steals on the chicken? Is Nax like, I have to get some of my own jungle, please. Zach does get another regen blue Drake. We get a flash out of the Malzahar. I'm actually going to have to question Malzahar on his build here. I'm not sure if rushing Leandres is what you kind of want to do when you're behind. But I understand the health defense and the magic pen is pretty good.
I have no idea, to be honest, with really build on Malzahar. I don't play Malzahar, don't even think about Malzahar as a mid lane champion.
I play a fair bit of Malzahar. I mean, if you're behind, you have a couple options, but, you know, I feel like it's a little bit too aggressive to go for Leandres. Rod of Ages, tanky things, Rylai's Crystal Scepter, a couple good items. Radgas is trying to just 2v1 pressure the mid lane as doing a 2-1-2 strat.
Yeah, I don't think Zach should really be on the bottom side of the map all too much right now, because I feel like MU can definitely pressure this 21-minute Baron for being so far ahead that they are. They have 41k gold already at 21 a minute. Definitely able to do that level.
Suppression does go out onto Radgas. He does Rift Walk out of the crescendo. The Let's Bounce does catch 3 members, and it is a Fiesta mid lane with a double kill going for Airborne Raider, who's now 4-1-5, really popping off.
So I think the best thing that you do here is you take the tier 2 and then you go straight to Baron. No jungler for 25 seconds gives you the absolute perfect time to burst it down, and if Twitch even shows up, you remotely just pop in and kill him again.
And they say, screw that, we have our own plan, as they flash engage on this guys, and I think they're going to just say no Baron needed. Zach's passive is going to get popped, and Ares probably should have tanked a little bit more of that.
Yeah, but they're not going to get the Baron. I think they should at least get the inhib off of this. Definitely a free inhib.
I feel like MU is feeling so strong they're doing whatever they want. A little bit of too much aggressive flash for my liking, but they are going to pressure the inhibitor, and Radgas going in so deep. Zonya's being used. No flash and no passive on Zach, and he's going to go down to Nike.
Yeah, he was just popped on the barrel. I figured this out the other day when I was in a LAN tournament. Zach... Elastic Slingshot gets canceled out by Gragas Body Slam, so if Gragas Body Slams while Zach's midair, it stops the jump whatsoever and stops him. So that's what happened there, actually.
A little bit of a greedy overstay as there's another shutdown onto from Fiora. Twitch is actually now starting to scale into that late game monster. He's 5-3-0. He's the only one on their team doing any kind of thing. Maybe it's KS, but you know what? He's at the right place at the right time, and he's putting a little bit of hope into into the AllOneLane team.
It's really grim looking here for AllOneLane. You're down. Let's see. What's the thing? 13,000 gold at 23 minutes. Your only hope is your AD carry, and he doesn't even have 2 items yet. It's just looking super grim for AllOneLane here.
I mean,
They have to get a pick or something and just start snowballing it.
Gragas is going to clear out some vision here on Baron, and Green Voice is going to pressure bot lane. It looks like he's tanking a little bit. I'm not sure if he's paying attention. He's just so hype off the adrenaline. My goodness, that airborne raider flew through the air from that side bush in the mid lane, almost to chickens. That thing is just so far. It's really hard to track that engage.
Yeah, definitely, especially that every Zac player ever maxes slingshot, so it gets really far. Like, he can reach almost Gragas right now. Right to where Cassidy is.
Feels bad. Green Boy is having to deal with another 2v1. Gonna do some heavy damage on Lucian and Mata, but not enough. Explosive cast and Crescendo in the mid lane. Everyone's just throwing ultis. Flash Rift Walk from Radgas to pick off one. Oof. Spray and paint. Just get out of our base. They're just really trying to hold, but oh my goodness. Sona's just so squishy that she gets 1v1 by the tank, full tank Zachary.
Yeah. Hero is definitely trying his best here to get a lot of DPS down, but he has to worry about two different super minions inside the base at the moment right now, and having to do DPS to enemy champions. He's definitely getting overloaded.
The Nexus towers are gonna take a lot of damage. Are they gonna go for the victory right here? Body slam does land. Hero takes out one more. He's now 6-3. He was hiding, but he gets. Let's bounce into the enemy team. Kid does do the expression for Malzahar ulti. Double kill, so it's actually a 3-for-2 exchange. And is there more? Radgas gonna go down to the Sona. She said, I was bullied enough. I'm gonna take one for my troubles. They're gonna hold it just a little bit longer. Or are they gonna hold these minions?
Little thing coming out. MU is playing really over aggressive. They could have ended this game, I think, about like 30 seconds ago if they all just focused down turrets. Mata was trying to attack someone underneath their own fountain. Definitely could have possibly gotten a turret and ended the game there.
AOL's pinging Baron like this is our only hope, guys. We should go now, but I feel it's really risky. Just maybe get yourself a Baron, do the Baron dance, and hopefully get a pick. With all your big teamfight ultimates down, Crescendo down, Explosive Cast down, and Spray and Play from Twitch, it's too risky for you guys to even try. Maybe at least get a dragon.
You can't even do it in general. With 2 inhibs down, you can't do that in general. They'll just take the 3rd inhib and win the game. Win-ins.
Teleport is going to come out from Fearless, who's going to come in hot.
When you're down this much for AOL, you just want to like try to sit in your own base and force a pick. And when they go for the 3rd inhib, they got to start fighting before they even get to the Nexus. Or else they're just going to 100% lose the game.
Oof. Yeah, on Gragas is just a little bit too thin. Explosive Cast is going to go out. Spray and Play. If you look at Hero on the bottom right of your screen, he is kiting back and forth, but doesn't do enough damage. Airborne Raider just jumps right on top of him. Fearless is doing a lot to maybe gate the CC with a good riposte, and it looks like a double kill for Ares on the Shen support, and that is an ace. And that will be the game 1 going to Myrmidon United, ladies and gentlemen. 32-11, 27 minutes in. GG, ladies and gentlemen.
I would say really clean game out of here from MU, but I just definitely saw a lot of over-aggressiveness and a lot of overstaying coming out from them. And it forced them to not end the game quicker and not have as much of a gold lead as they did. Sure, they got like 2 kills out of it, but then 3 of them died right after, and they gave the enemy team a chance. They gave AllOneLane a chance to start farming minions to try to work their way back. But ultimately, it's just the lead was too great, and MU was able to come out with a W in this first game.
Yeah, if we look here at the post-game stuff, it looks like, pardon me, okay, it looks like the, yeah, it was a little bit of a fiesta there, but, let's check these damage charts. Who do you think was top damage this game? It was
Cassidy.
Cassidy, he did about 26k, and, really, just a clean game from Meyer.
Yeah, ultimately, like, none of AOL was really that tanky. I mean, sure, you had Nyak coming out with Cinder Hulk into an Iceborne Gauntlet, but he definitely could have gone a way tankier second item and get a lot more health and resistance than just the standard, than just 65 armor and 20% CDR. Probably could have rushed a Spirit Visage and negate some of that huge damage coming out from Kassadin, but ultimately there wasn't too much to do.
Tons of great farm on both top laners. I mean, I give credit to Green Voice of trying his darndest to do anything, doing some split push, but he really just got outclassed. And I think that in the next pick and ban phase, you see what you're up against. You would just try and get some comfort picks for either your support or at least take away some of these power picks from the enemy team. Just take a quick look at the Vision score. I know that people are really hyped about Vision these days. I've never seen a top laner place over 20 wards in my life, but we get 11 out of Fearless here. Almost placed the same amount as the support Sona on the enemy team. It's really good. All right. Who do you think is like leaning towards the MVP if we're gonna start thinking about it, since we're one game in?
MVP of game one, I would like to say it was Airborne Raider, but it definitely had to be someone from the bottom lane. They were the first real lane to snowball, and then they just took it around the whole entire map and allowed Radagast and Fearless to really shine. Although Fearless is already winning lane really hard. So it's either Mata or Ares. Ares hit a lot of clutch taunts too.
Yeah, Ares was doing a lot. I thought, honestly, in my opinion, as an AD carry main, I'm not always a fan of the Shen support, but if you look at his score, 4-0-17, the only one on his team that didn't die, and he really landed all of the clutch taunts that you wanted him to do. Like, that's what you want in your Shen support. Land the taunts when it's necessary, and if it wasn't for Shen, I don't know if they would have got first blood in the bot lane and set Mata off to carry as well as he did.
I mean, if you had like Thresh or someone else, you could have gotten the level 2, or like Nautilus or just somebody else with hard CC. But Shen is definitely a really good early level 2 pressure.
Yeah, if you look at the builds were a little bit weak on the AOL team. Just a quick question to you there, Lefty. Should I make a new lobby, or should I let? How do we?
I'd say just have them invite you again.
I did it last time.
Oh, then yeah, you go ahead and start. If you did it last time, go ahead.
Well, let's go ahead and make one more. Do we like put like a pause in between, or do we just?
Nah, I mean just put on a little bit of music if you want.
Sure. Any preference to music, ladies?
We're gonna skate.
That's fine. Pretty new.
Just like some no copyright music.
Yeah, no, we don't have that.
So it doesn't get it. You just Google it, YouTube it. Just like no copyright sounds. They have a live stream for it on YouTube.
The copyright stuff is the good stuff, though. But just give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so did we actually have an MVP for that game? Do we have to pick an MVP each game?
I would say MVP game 1 for getting rolling. I think getting the snowball going is absolutely the best thing you can do in a gold level game, besides closing out the game, because some people can't. So I have to give it to Ares. Definitely watching these taunts come out, he was definitely pulling his own weight and actually pulling even more weight. Just kicking it to drive.
Okay, invite some more people here. Get us all settled in for game 2. Let me switch some sides on some of this stuff.
Do you agree, Chris? Who do you
I
think?
do. I kind of agree. Like, a part of me is saying that these days supports don't get enough love. You know what I mean? And being the only one with no deaths on his team and ensuring that first blood, because I feel like it's somewhat of a risky pick. Had Sona actually popped off, maybe Ares would have got poked out of lane earlier, and had Twitch, who actually ended up playing pretty well, done pretty. It could have been a different game quickly.
Well, yeah, but that's what happens when you kind of have an early game lane versus a scaling lane. You shouldn't, if you have Twitch, you shouldn't have drafted Sona, really. I think Janna was left open. You could have picked Janna and been a lot safer of a lane, and you would have had E-Shield and Tornado to stop Shen, because the Tornado can stop the taunt. So if you time it right enough, stop taunt, you keep your ADC safe, and you just live lane.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting a couple things set up over here.
But overall, it just felt like Ares and Mata were outplaying them really hard.
Yeah, I was interested to see two fighters in the top lane. Usually, and especially in this league, I've noticed that there's been a priority of like tanky, like CC. I've seen a lot of like Gallios. I've seen a lot of, I've seen some Nautilus. I've seen some Shogath, but there was really, I've seen a couple of Fioras, but it was interesting to see a Renekton. Renekton is just one of my
Top lane meta is very massive right now.
It's
I would
so
say
open.
it's like Galio, Gragas, Renekton. Not really Renekton much anymore, but he still is played. Fiora, Rumble,
I mean, this
Gangplank.
past patch, they did revert the way old auto attack animations to make him a little bit more smoother, especially with Tiamat. So he's actually, I've seen him more and more, and I play a lot of League of Legends. If you don't know this, guys, I play a lot of League of Legends. I play at least 15 hours a day of League of Legends, so I've seen a decent amount of Renektons coming out these days.
I was talking more of the LCS and like the higher level scene. You definitely don't see much you see Renekton sometimes, but he just falls off in the later game. That it's not too beneficial, I would say.
I don't think anyone said Gangplank there, Fridge, but it's
Yeah,
nice
I
to
did.
see.
I said Gangplank.
Just a little bit.
He's always around.
I know. I just a little BM. I'm a big fan of Fridge. You made a believer out of me. I've seen a couple of your games now, Fridge. So it's nice to have you guys in chat. All right, I'm very excited to get this game underway, guys. So let's all shuffle in, get into LCS order. This isn't your first time. This is week 3. You should have this ready.
They don't even know the top winner in yet, so they can't get in LCS order.
I did hear a little bit of stuff post game about maybe they have to do a subs for this game because the top laner can only play one. Not really sure what's going on with that.
Looking inside of the Discord rooms, AllOneLane has 6 people in there. Hero has his mic muted, so don't know all too much from seeing it. I'd have to go and talk to them, and I don't really.
Yeah, we'll just hold off a little bit longer and see if they can get it together like adults, you know?
Yeah, if they need something down, yeah, there we go. So I guess Green Boys is not going to be in for the second game, and they're going to put in Orianna instead. We're switching something around. We'll find out once they get into order.
Yeah, I'm not saying Green Boy didn't work out last time. He made a couple of really good plays. I'm not sure if the early rotation to bot lane was like a good call for them, but he didn't give up the fight. You know, when the new honor system comes out, you know how they have the you fed but you kept a level head. You know, like the new ones. I'm ready for those to come out. I haven't talked in this chat yet before. Please welcome me. Happy to be here. Jungler for the team, all in one. I know who you are. Right, we're just waiting for one more person as they swap sides. I mean, with such a dominant showing last game, I feel like MU should really continue the pressure. It's really easy to win a series if you win 2 in a row, is what they say.
Well, they also say sometimes the closeout game is the hardest one to win.
I mean, but when you're ahead, how much gold they have, you can do a little bit of flash engage BM. I mean, and that's what they did.
Yeah, but it all starts at level 1.
It does indeed. I'm actually really excited. It looks like we get a hard R. We ready, guys. Go. Oof, as we're getting underway, let's cut the music and let's get down to business. I'm not sure. No one has sent me anything about victory music. I know that last night's games that we did, there was some victory music, so if you guys, team captains, could PM me the victory music, I'll play it right before we pick the MVP of the series if you win. First ban for AOL is gonna be Fiora. Take her out of the equation. I think it's a really good pick, or a really good ban. It's a targeted ban because in this league, she's actually quite prioritized.
Well, it's not only just this league. It's just you see it all around in every other league. Fiora's just really good, and she's always going to be good. And they can't really do anything to her without just absolutely gutting her as a champion. So you're gonna see her around, especially for the high mechanical players. They can definitely be able to snowball any game with it. And you saw it with Fearless a little bit.
Well, now I'm just mad.
It seems like AllOneLane's gonna go for the let's ban everything they played well last game and hope to God it survives this game.
You know, I really do respect that strat. You know, just take it away. Give me something different. I mean, it's game 2. Losing this one again is really gonna call it a day for everyone. And if you want to make it to game 3, you gotta drastically change things right away. So.
And meanwhile, MU is definitely just gonna say let's keep the same standard bans. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's what you do when you're ahead. Okay, so a Lulu ban is gonna go out for MU, which it feels like Smiley, who maybe he doesn't have the largest champion pool, just take away the #1 support should be enough to maybe set him off. I'm actually quite excited to see Azaya is the first pick, as ADCs seem to be the first pick for both teams.
Well,
what do you think
a
about
little
that?
bit of insight towards the drafting. If the ADCs if they blind pick an AD carry, you don't need to hold off any other picks for your draft. You just automatically just pick whatever you want into that lane. And you can see, like, okay, they pick their AD carry first. They're going to pick our AD carry and support, and we're just going to counter that usually, or put something against it.
Yeah, I mean, like, as far as the ADC meta goes, I mean, Xayah into Ashe, it's actually kind of can be difficult for Ashe, being slightly immobile, and the amount of DPS that Xayah can put out can put Ashe in the heels really quickly, and the ultimate is going to be a game changer. Xayah can jump the Ashe crystalline arrow. It's kind of the one thing you see in the champion spotlight for Xayah. She jumps the arrow. It's the first one you see. So Sejuani gonna get picked up for Nyack. It's a really strong jungler right now.
It could also be played top.
I was gonna say it could be a flex pick, but you predominantly see her in the jungler just because she has so much mobility and just she's really hard to pin down.
Well, my team, we kind of like. I don't like Sejuani all too much. I can't really understand her level 1 jungling. But our top laner picks her up. He's trying to pick her up, and we're trying to see how it really fits into a team setting. But we saw some Koreans play, like high Korean solo queue play it, and it does seem strong from the looks of it.
I have seen some things. An Ahri ban is going to go out, and a Cassiopeia pick is going to probably go to Radgas. Radgas doing really well on a high mobility Kassadin. Be really interesting to see what he does with a Cassiopeia. Tons of DPS, and that ultimate is a game changer, really. There's a couple squishy targets already on the AOL team.
Well, if Sejuani gets a gets any sort of CC onto Cassiopeia, Cassiopeia is going to die. And it's the same case with Ashe. But right now, it looks like they're trying to go for a massive burst onto someone as soon as they get a pick, or like a CC lock onto someone, just from the first 3 picks.
Yeah, what do you think about the Diana pick? It's a little bit spicy, huh? She probably is going to be a Diana jungle,
I do not
since
tolerate cowardice.
I mean, it's either Diana jungle or Diana mid or Diana top, and I feel like Diana top is really weak. So more than likely
Uh,
going to be.
Most likely Diana is probably only going to go jungle. You don't see her all too much anymore nowadays, but she's still there. She's like an AP assassin, one shot
You know, I
tank.
kind of put Diana jungle on the same tier as Shyvana. If you get ahead on either of those two champions, you can really set the tone for the entire game. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Get some early stuff popping.
Yeah, on the tier list for Diana, she's definitely on the B tier, where like you have like Olaf and like Sejuani all on the A tier, and then on the S tier you have Lee Sin, Elise, Zach, Gragas,
Hmm.
and and then the A tiers also include Jarvan.
It's
But
really
like
interesting. Like
Diana
they
is
wouldn't pick.
definitely a beer.
I think that she might even be slightly below that because you still like missing picks like Gragas, not Gragas, pardon me, Graves and Evelyn, who are actually a little bit higher prioritized.
Evelyn's a B, and then Graves with the nerfs went down to an A from an S.
Yeah. Lux is gonna be locked in. Another Shen played in this
Top
game.
lane.
Okay. So it looks like with the picks going in, it's gonna be AOL's gonna have Zaya, Janna, bot lane, jungle, Sejuani, top lane Shen, and a mid lane Lux. And on the enemy team, wait a second, is that a spicy last pick Yasuo? Oh
Team
boy.
looks right.
So it looks like it's gonna be Fearless on a top Yasuo, Airborne Raider as Diana Jungle, Cassiopeia on Radgas, Mata on Ashe, and Ares on Alistair. Just looking at both teams straight off the bat, I'm actually gonna have to give a little bit of a nod to Myrmidon. I mean, if you look at Yasuo 1 with Alistair knock up 2 and some AP, there's a lot of damage and a lot of threats that the AOL has to deal with. And with a squishy team like Lux, Janna, and Zaya, it'll be really interesting how they play this one out as we are going to load up into game 2 between AOL, AllOneLane, and Myrmidon United, guys.
So how looking at these two comps, definitely it looks like from AllOneLane you're going to see a lot of picking and trying to see if they can catch someone out. You've got Lux, Sejuani, Shen, Zaya. Definitely complete one single target champ lockdown. And then from the side of a MU, you'd see like a run at you team fight comp. They have pick, they have team fight, and they have just ultimate, and they have wave clear too. So it's definitely a really good comp coming out of from MU. So I'm gonna have to edge it towards MU.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, but it'll be interesting to see how they layer the CC or lack thereof. Lux can make a really like uncoordinated team question themselves with just a lot of pick and burst potential. Hopefully, it looks like they're gonna be playing safe and trying to scale to mid to late game, and they kind of sort of have themselves a pick comp with Sejuani and Shen Taunt and Lux, but if you don't get picks with a pick comp and you make it to late game, you're just gonna get outscaled by Cassiopeia, tanky Alistair in your face, and the Yasuo Wombo combo.
Well, I was hoping. I'm hoping that the Lux is going to be able to one-shot someone as soon as she gets about 1.5, 2 items, because that is when the Lux one-shot burst really pops out. You just find Mata running up, you just Q R E auto attack them, and it just bursts them usually. It's 100 to 0. That is definitely the best part about Lux. She also has a lot of team fight potential, but her pick is definitely one of the best, I would say. Not one of the best in the game, but like one of the best to see.
Yeah, it's easy to speculate that with just point and click CC on Sejuani, it should be easy to land some Lux snares. So we'll see what happens. But if you look at the mid lane matchup, I know that early game, Cassiopeia kind of dominates Lux. Cassiopeia just easy to trade where Lux can't. If Lux is trying to use her E, her singularity to farm, her E to farm, Lux will just Cassiopeia will just spam Poison Fangs and kind of out trade.
Yeah, that's what I want to see level 1. I just want to see a bunch of Poison Fangs coming out from Radagast and establishing the dominant lane pressure. I just want to see what happened when Faker faced a LeBlanc mid on Cassiopeia. I think that was against G2 Perks. He just absolutely dominated him. It was like 40 CS to 15 in
Yeah,
finals of MSI.
we all saw that, and then you kind of say like, first off, you can't pay LeBlanc. It's against Faker. It's his most played champion. I mean, or second most played. It was his most played for a while, and I think Orianna is now. But as we are gonna load into the Rift for Game 2, right off the bat, I mean, this should be a really good one.
Yeah, definitely is going to be a bit of a spicier game than last time, I hope. I don't
Um,
really have a team I want to win this whole thing. I just love to look forward to good games, good, clean, solid League of Legends.
I think we both do. Let's just give a quick. Oh, the load is super fast as the spectators delay doesn't even give us a chance to break down the summoners. But it looks like standard summoners for everybody except for Fearless on Yasuo has teleport.
We have double cleanse mid lane.
Double cleanse mid lane. That's pretty interesting.
They're both trying to protect themselves from getting caught.
Which, you know, they're both kind of. Oh, a pause is gonna have to go out here. Not sure what that one's about. Oh, just a quick pause. I don't have chat up.
Wow.
Alright, we're gonna hide that chat again.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Let me know what's going on.
Someone said P real quick, LOL. And I got replied with just some nice quality personality right there. Never mind, they fixed it.
Alright.
And it is getting unpaused. They didn't even ask if they were ready.
It looks like it's gonna get repaused in return. Yeah, it's okay. I'll take a pause early in the game rather than
What is this?
middle of the game.
Being so rude. They're not even asking if they're ready or not. Janet doesn't even have any items right to.
Nope,
Just
she-
figured it out and he's going
just
back.
figured it out. Like, maybe I don't want to be the worst player on my team and get some items this time around.
I think I was playing in my LAN tournament yesterday. We had a free agent ADC and he didn't take items in the first. It was an AD carry and didn't have any items.
Dude, put
And
me
we
in,
still got like a
coach.
solo kill on them.
I'm
So he
thi-
just backed in. He got a pickaxe.
I'm thinking about making a team for myself and putting myself and a couple of my boys in the running. But that's a topic for another time. But looks like there is gonna be.
Another standard level one. Just simple, safe. Nobody really escalated themselves into anything. You're gonna see MU trying to target the Nexus, saying they're gonna run it down mid to the Nexus.
Oh, I'm having a little bit of an issue with the controls here. Can't make this go away.
Press escape and go into controls and look to see what button you press, because I will too.
Orianna on Shen top gonna be versus Yasuo. Level 1 trading going in and out. Not much to report there. Looks like Fearless is gonna get lane dominance, but take a ton of damage.
Yeah, he has that fervor on Yasuo, so it allows him to get really good level 1 trades in, especially if he just keeps basic attacking Orianna.
Speaking of trades in early, the mid lane trades Lux versus Cassiopeia, and like we said, Cassiopeia is going to come out on top, especially going with the Corrupting Potion, making sure the Death Touch plus Corrupting Potion double dot damage is actually going to put Lux on the back foot already.
Yeah, already had to use 2 pots. That's what I want to see coming out.
I mean, when your name is Orianna and you're put into top lane, you play Shen. Binding is going to land, but Radagast is just going to continue with the harass.
Yeah, if you're Lux, you really don't do much here. You just kind of hope and wait for your jungler to show up, and then that's when you'll hit the bind.
Orianna does land a nice taunt inside the minion wave. It's going to take a ton of damage a little bit early on the gang as a flash goes out for Yasuo trying to get the first blood. It's going to get stunned, but Airborne Raider is going to be here for the counter gank, and first blood goes out to Nyack. But on the bot lane, a little bit of heavy trades. A stun is going to go on to Mata from Hero, and it looks like it's just going to be some spicy trades back and forth. But let's break down that first blood on the top lane. I think it's a little bit aggressive, or too aggressive, mind you, to go for
Kind
the
of a
flash.
misplay, yeah.
Yeah.
Should have just backed up. I don't know if he had E possible up on Decision 1. He could have E dashed away from Decision 1 and given himself a little bit more of a chance to live. But definitely should not have probably flashed there. Should have just been like, okay, I'm getting ganked. Let's play this a bit safer and back up.
Yeah. AOL AllOneLane gets the first blood, giving themselves a little bit of breathing room from last game where they didn't get any kills for the first 23 minutes. It's interesting to watch Hero play on Xayah, and I play a fair bit of Xayah on my days off here, and they call me the Xayah Messiah, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this one. Xayah is opting into the Dorn Shield start, and Ashe is going to go into the D-Blade start. It's actually going to come out with a little bit of a CS lead on Mata.
Yeah, I think Dorian Shield is probably the best start for any AD carry, really. Unless if you're hardcore poking them, I'd say Draven's probably the only ADC I think that shouldn't have to take D-Shield.
I'm going to have to agree with you and
just too
only
good.
add that Caitlyn is probably the only other AD carry right now that should even go D-Blade, just because you can trade and not get hit still from her range.
Yeah, and then I'm kind of sad to see Longsword 3 pots go away, but, you know, D-Shield's just too good.
Just too good, says the casters, as they're gonna spot out Sejuani on the bot side. And both junglers are on the bot side of the map with a red Drake on the Rift, being the first Drake. It's interesting that both junglers are gonna be on the side where they kind of want it. Ares is trying to look for that pulverized headbutt combo.
I honestly think that Nyak wins the gank as long as he gets a CC down on Amada, so he should just force this right here. Then he would have a clean route in. There's no way that MU is going to know that he's there because they have zero vision.
If you look, Hero is cycling down on the bot side of things. He is going to swing around, and Mata has no mana. There's going to be a flash exhaust. The flash is going to go, but neither of them have mana. Ares is going to land the knock-up. The Janet Tornado is going to go in, but no snare out from Hero. Kind of a misplay. Teleport is going to come in, but wait, Orianna is going to taunt and stop the teleport. Really well played, but he might pay for it with his life. But Fearless going to take a little bit of turret damage, so not sure.
Smiley wasted both summoners to try to get a slowdown on Amada. Definitely was not optimal there. If there's anybody there to flash, really, I would say it would be Nyak to flash, charge in, and try to get his W off. But ultimately, other than that, it was a good setup, but it could have been executed way better.
Airborne
Other than that,
Raiders.
it was a great Alistar knockup to peel for Amada.
Yeah. Airborne Raiders on the top side of the map, trying to get a spicy gank on the below half health Orianna on Shen.
I think Airborne just needs to power farm to level 6, and that's when he's able to just be able to walk into a lane and gank. Until then, his ganks aren't efficient enough.
It's a good sign of good support. Ares tanks the fat minion wave so that Ashe can get back to lane and not miss anything.
Yeah, what a good guy, Ares.
The player of the game last game doing some good stuff this game so far. Saving his Ash's life with a well-timed headbutt. I mean, you could headbutt early when you, or like knock, like, headbutt is the knock forward and the knock up is
No,
pulverize. So pardon
yeah, yeah.
my misplay. So you could have headbutted the Sejuani away, but instead he chose to just knock them up when he was on top of it and disengage and save the mana. So well played.
I think he can stop Sejuani's dash midair with Q, with Pulverize.
Yeah.
So, and then he can stop Shen's too.
Yeah, Hero's being a little bit too aggressive. Level 5 pushing under turret with no backup and no jungler in sight. That's a little bit dodgy for my liking. His Airborne Raider on that Diana is going to hit level 6 and look, Smiley's a little bit out of position. A good Janna Tornado to just stop that engage.
See, this is what you needed last game, really. Just the Janet tornadoes the jungler and just keeps them away even farther. But it will look like Hero is going to get engaged on, regardless.
Oh, Hero is getting engaged on a flash ultimate. There is an ultimate from Shen. Stand aside, does land a stun on 2 people, and Orianna goes down. Or Orianna takes one out, pardon me. Even Smiley gets a kill on Ashe, just auto-attacking into the wave as Hero just... Ooh, flash ulti from Radgast. There is another ulti return. A good pull back on the Blade Caller, but there's a Lux Laser as AOL all-in-one actually come out on the head for a 3-for-0.
Yeah, good job from Hero here, just knowing where he's at and forcing himself into the bush to get him away from Cassiopeia range and out of vision, so Cass can't really hit a good skill shot onto him. And it allowed him to live through good rotations around here. Shen using the Stand United onto Hero to get him into the fight. I don't know if he got knocked up or anything, but his teleport is down also too.
Alright, and
so he
just
might
at
have
the
had a teleport.
9-minute mark, the game is opening up super quick as AOL does take the Red Drake, and it looks like Fearless is rushing to get First Blood Tower. There's going to be a flash taunt from Orianna on Shen, but it doesn't quite land. It's just out of range, but you know what they say, when Shen ultis, you know, it's the free tower top, so it's one of the bane existence of Shen. But he does come out on top with 3 kills, so he bought big. Looks like he's going for the Sunfire Cape as Yasuo, doing the Yasuo thing, goes into a Zeal item first.
Shen, it's not so true that once Shen's gone, he loses turret. He has 2 different globals to use. I don't know where his teleport was, but his teleport is on cooldown. So definitely force himself in there.
The Wind Wall does block the laser, but Nyack does slay Fearless, and Yasuo does go down. He's now 2-0. Drastically different game from last game, ladies and gentlemen, as he didn't get First Blood Tower, and it looks like they're pressuring it right now. As Kid on Fire is getting caught out of position in mid lane as Radgast is shooting those explosive casts in. But bot lane, there is some spiciness as there's a Smiley gonna ult Monsoon. Ares under tower, but he's still gonna pay for it with his life. The fighting continues top lane as Kid on Fire has slain Airborne. Diana is not having the greatest game, also 2-0. Radgast getting chased out by the Shen. Gonna have to use the ulti to just barely get away. It looks like he's...
He has taunt.
Ooh,
Oh, he
just
missed
a
it.
really good sidestep from Radgast, but it looks like he's gonna let him live.
Oh, Red Gas had cleanse anyway, so even if he did get taunted, he should have cleansed that and he would have been able to live.
Yeah, just really well played. It's a drastically different game. 11 minutes in, and there's a 16k to 14k. It's not much of a difference, but the gold being in your favor when you lost first game of the series is gonna give you the confidence to play aggressively. And with the pick comp that you have, I think it's really good for them.
It's not all too much of a good gold lead. I mean, Lux has got 500 gold over Cassiopeia. Jungler's got 700 gold over it. But Shen is ahead by 1,000 gold right now. Your 80 carries is down 200 actually compared to Mata, but that is because Mata got a kill earlier, and supports are just around even. So overall, the gold lead isn't all too much. There's definitely still a way for MU to come back in this game super easily. So the game is not too spread open.
Orianna just taking the huge wave, trying to get every CS he can with that Bomby Cinder helping to lower all the minions down. Really get him some CS advantage. If you look at the CS, Yasuo had the opportunity to farm top lane while Orianna on Shen teleported or stand united, pardon me. Oof. Played a lot of Draven recently too. So yeah, he got to catch up in CS, and that tower is getting pressured. As First Blood tower is such a good gold stacking when you're behind.
Yeah, and he uses the W onto Shen from here to stop Yasuo from trading, and it ultimately just wins him any trade, really.
Kid landing a very spicy snare onto Radgast, but Radgast kind of just taking it in stride. He did go the tier route on Cassiopeia, which I think it's okay, but usually, generally, I don't see most Cassiopeias finishing their tier into the fully built item, which I'm blanking on again.
Archangel stuff.
Archangel Staff. Thank you so much. We came at the same time. Kid on Fire taking some heavy damage as Radgast doesn't have the mana to continue pushing under turret.
I think it's Kid of Fire.
Did I not say Kid of Fire? What am I saying?
You're saying Kid on Fire.
Same thing.
Quality. I'm just kidding.
First time caster. Zmada's gonna continue to put his foot down and keep the pressure, pushing Hero under tower. Okay.
Yeah, I really like how MU is really just forcing this bottom lane. They know their duo is a lot stronger than AOL's, and they're just forcing all these.
Ares is gonna land the headbutt pulverize combo. He uses his trample, trying to get the extra CC, but the Janna tornado disengage just really stops everything that they're trying to do.
Yeah, they really don't go ham here. They don't know where all the wards are, and they don't have as much rotation
Looks like
as
Airborne Raider is gonna
AOL does.
come in with a spicy sneak in on the backside. It looks like Ares is gonna go under tower dive. Hero does land a good stun and doing everything in her power, but it's still gonna go down. Janna is gonna maybe get a kill in return, and Smiley Guy doing work for his team. Mata
Yeah, Smiley Sly Guy, I think he shielded a turret too. He shielded a turret instead of his needy carry. But he will get the return kill for it, I guess. So it's not all too bad.
I mean,
But you do have a 2-1-3 Janna.
It wasn't almost a return kill. Had there been just a little bit more damage on Hero, he did land enough blade returns into Mata to put him almost in the dirt. Almost. As red team, MU get first blood tower.
They should be getting dragon here. They should. Mata should be staying and getting the dragon. They can burn it down pretty quick with Ashe, but it looks like they're not. And they should send Radgast over too, just so they can for sure get the dragon a lot quicker.
As the Rift Herald is gonna go to Nyack and Kid.
Yeah, 100% sure they should get dragon now.
Okay. Airborne and Ares gonna do the Mountain Drake together. Not really seeing too much action from both mid laners, but tons of skill shots going left and right. And Janna doing everything she can to keep vision on the dragon.
Yeah, really slow dragon coming out of here from MU. I really wish they would have had another person there, because it was getting really risky there, especially when Sejuani was getting towards the bottom side of the map. It has boots of mobility, so it can run around that map pretty quick. It's a really fast board he has.
Yeah, Cassiopeia is getting really strong. She has her tier stacking, she has her catalyst stacking, and she built some MR. There's about a 25 minion difference in CS versus her opponent.
Hey, your team tags on stream are backwards.
I thought I switched them.
Nah, they were backwards last game, and you switched them to backwards again.
Okay. Sorry, fam.
We did see the dive come out of here onto the top lane. Fearless absolutely getting punished here on this Yasuo, and they will send the Rift Herald up top lane. So they will probably get 2 turrets out of here from the top lane for AOL. AOL definitely not going to just roll over and die after, especially getting destroyed in that first series game. Not going to just allow them to get 2-0'd quickly. They're going to go down with a fight.
Yeah, Smiley Shy Guy doing a good job trying to peel her Zaya 80 carry, who's doing the best she can, farming under tower most of the game. And the top side, Airborne Raider's gonna go in versus 3 and kind of sort of pay for it with his life, as the tower was definitely gonna go on with the Rift Herald there. Not sure if that was intentional or his team was supposed to be there, but the fight continues as the Cassiopeia ult hits one person.
Didn't hit anybody, I think. Well, it didn't stun anyone. Actually, I don't even know if it hit anyone. I gotta rewatch that on stream. Alistar headbutted the one target away before it even happened.
Oof.
Yeah, it didn't hit anyone at all.
Mata is not quite caught out of position as everyone is doing everything they can to save him. A little bit of a misplay on how the range is going, but the fight continues. Ares is going to go down to hero, and they're just going to take that one pick and disengage. Since they are ahead, they're not forcing anything that they don't have to. Just really smart League of Legends by those guys.
Yeah, All-in-One is definitely for playing a lot smarter in here. They also have a lot better picks, I would say. Diana Jungle, Diana Jungle jumping into 3 people, But it's kind of like Evelyn. Evelyn either snowballs in the first 10 minutes of the game, or else they're just there. Maybe later game we'll see the Diana one-shots coming out, but right now he just needs to farm up and try to get back into the game.
I mean,
Meanwhile, you have Nyak on the boots of mobility. He's running around everywhere on the map, just showing pressure. I haven't seen too many ults coming at him yet, or I haven't been paying attention enough, I guess, but he's definitely showing pressure.
I also haven't seen any ults from him, but if all lanes are winning, you don't really have to gank. You know what they say, never gank a winning lane. So, no gank.
Nah, it really depends on who your laner is and what they're playing. It's just always situational in the jungle, which is why I think it's one of the harder roles of the game. There's way more situations than just, oh, I'm winning lane, or I'm losing lane. I'm winning lane, I'm getting camped, or I'm losing lane, I'm getting camped. There's like, oh, bot and mid are losing. Just a lot of different variables.
A lot of CC going out onto Ares and does get ripped apart by the hero who's doing tons of damage. Wow. Was not expecting that kind of a fight. Kid of Fire getting his second kill of the game with that Lux Laser. And Ash Arrow is going to land. The Stand United isn't going to come through because she's just too squishy. Fearless with no fear going in. Hero gonna take so much damage from Mata, and he's gonna go down. Fearless with no fear, gonna run into the enemy jungle and blast cone to safety.
Yeah, there's still a really good refight coming out from MU. The Ash Arrow landed on the Kid of Fire. Kid of Fire did not have a single cleanse. Did not have cleanse up, and it was just able to kill Kid of Fire. And then there goes their main AP damage, and Hero is already low, so Hero's in the backline as soon as the people show. So
Fearless
it just
with no fear,
care of it.
below 10% HP is gonna go in with that ultimate and take a shutdown for his bravery. But wait, Kid of Fire with the max range laser, just the tip, taking him out. A little bit too much BM. A little bit too much BM from those guys.
Nah, it's not really too much BM. It's just overstaying and not really respecting anything, and then just getting caught out and not paying attention to it. It's just trying to force themselves back into this game as much as they can, and they are. They're right there at the gold lead, and they just actually took control of the gold lead. Not too much, but hey, it's something. They're not behind 3K like they were at 11 minutes.
There's more than one way to win this game called League of Legends, and sometimes it's not all about kills, ladies and gentlemen, as the objective game is being swapped over to Team Myrmidon. Ares is trying to force them off this mid lane tower, gonna heal the minions a little bit, just bully them out the way. Airborne Raider is gonna try and get the solo kill on Janna, and if he doesn't get this one, I'm gonna really question the
He was He
just got the blue buff, but okay.
I honestly, a little bit of a thing that I think Diana could have done a lot better is taking Red Smite. Red Smite increases your damage, so you Q while you're R and you smite onto them, and you just so much more damage, so much quicker. But good Baron coming out of here.
Radgas doing tons and tons of damage on this Cassiopeia, and there is an Infinity Edge on Ashe, so that Baron is going to go down super quickly.
Yeah, just with the Mountain Drake too, they're able to 22-minute Baron, and they just completely catch his AOL also like out of they caught him by surprise. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Pink ward on the Baron, just getting it for free.
Janna gonna land a tornado to disengage the enemy jungler, try and peel them off of this Wind Drake, and it is gonna get secured by Nyack on that Sejuani.
I think MU should probably go to a one sending 4 mid and then sending a Yasuo split pushing bottom or top. Either way, he's gonna get he's gonna get the same amount of gold from this if he gets the turret because they're both dead to 2/2s. Meanwhile, you send 4 mid and you just force them mid and then disengage at any fight that happens.
Although Cassiopeia's got 6 assists, I was actually looking for Cassiopeia to put a little bit more of a fight into her team. A flash Lux Binding is gonna get hit, but gonna cleanse it out. The ultimate is gonna come out for Radgas and it's gonna disengage everybody as there's fights across the entire map. Top lane there's some fights, pardon me, bottom lane there's some fights in mid lane, as it looks like Orianna is gonna solo out a Yasuo who has a Phantom Dancer. Gonna have to flash out, but he does. Wow,
Taunts over the wall, just a flashback over it. I love it.
I actually enjoyed that very much too. If you look at the A, it was a none for none, as no. Oh, I take that back. This Kid of Fire is gonna execute, and Yasuo is gonna kill.
Oh,
Wow.
this is definitely a good power play coming out from MU, but they lost a little bit too many members. They got a good team fight off. They got some kills. And now they got 2 turrets off of it, so this is where the Baron power play, you say, all right, let's back up, let's try to get 1 more turret out of this Baron, and let's all go mid.
Yeah, and I think it was like really good for the 2v1 on Hero to get the double kill on the top lane, but the tower did go down for it. So, the game is getting really, really close, ladies and gentlemen. Airborne is sitting.
Airborne's dead.
Airborne is gonna have to flash out.
Doesn't have it.
Just gonna die for taking chickens. A little bit too much.
He was, I think he was trying to Lunar Rush over the wall to the minions, and the minions came out of range, and he was just sitting there and trying to look for a pick then. But wards were spotting him out, so it was definitely not a good spot for him.
Radgas gonna clear out this mid lane farm. Just got a good amount of wave clear with his build. Tons of mana, but they're gonna engage on him anyway. Gonna get the point click CC, but Hero. Where did Shen come from? Did he stand united in? But it looks like he's on the wrong side of the map as Fearless is just going to take him out 1v1, mano-y-mano.
Yeah, I think he did use his Stand United. It's on cooldown right now, and it looks freshly new. So, not really sure what was going on there, but we will see the Yasuo ult come out.
Arrow is going to come out. Hero's going to throw out his ulti, and hopefully... Well, that's a double kill from Mata on Ashe, and they're still chasing it. The fight's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Yasuo doing some Yasuo things, gonna get point click CC'd, and that's another double kill in return for Hero. Airborne Raider's gonna dive this. There's nothing you can do with your ultimate gone and your flash gone, and that's just gonna be an ace for MU.
MU should at least get this inhibitor turret here, if not an inhibitor. Shen is up, but you have 2 people, and you have Ashe who can just really melts through him.
I mean, with that Infinity Edge, and I think she has...
Last Whisper. She has Lord Dom.
Still sitting on brown boots at 26 minutes, and I have a thing with ADCs. If you don't have tier 2 boots by 20 minutes, then... Tier 2 boots is just like a solid pickup. It's like the stats you get.
I mean, she's already she rushed 3 items. She's already 3 items in 26 minutes. What else do you want out of her? Gosh, man.
LCS
Come on now.
quality. Brown boots?
Yes, tier 2 boots are good, but I don't think Berserkers are the way to go for any tier 2 boots. I think Ninja Tabbies and Merc Treads are the way to go.
On Ashe, we're talking about still?
I mean, any person. Unless if you're like an AP champion like Janna has the Magic Pin boots, I really think Merc Treads could be better for her, or shoot, even Boots of Lucidity.
And Stormborn Raider is actually, Airborne Raider, pardon me, is actually getting a lot of damage in these engages and really starting to put some pressure on. And he takes out Sejuani with ease, chopping through her like butter. She has no magic resist as of yet.
Yeah, and then especially now that he has a Sheen, he procs even harder with his third hit. Maybe if he gets the third hit proc, and it just does so much damage now. So this is where he farm. This is where he said he farms up and he gets his items, and now he's gonna start doing damage again.
Oriana's gonna land a taunt onto Airborne, who's just gonna engage onto Janna, take out a 1-for-1.
Yeah, see, there's the damage. There it is.
Tons
That's what I want to
of
see.
damage. Hero and Kid of Fire just clearing out some vision and clearing out the wave on top lane.
So next really big power play you're gonna see coming out of here from MU is it looks like they're gonna go for the Baron, and right now they're gonna get Nyok out of here. Nyok jumps over a wall. Sand United will come out, but it's not gonna do much.
The Sejuani ultimate does land on Zamada, who just narrowly escapes the Lux binding and takes the blast cone over the wall to safety. But unfortunately, her support is safe because there you go, Radgast is right there, and there goes Fearless to Yasuo.
Oh,
Tons of damage on the laser beam. Had it. Oh man, I was not expecting it, one, to hit, and two, to do as much damage. And I don't think Yasuo had planned that either. There goes the melee rage Janna trying to get something going with Kid on Fire with no mana. Definitely taking some good turnaround. Monsoon on Janna is being used. Has to use Flash. Radgast flashing in aggressively. Shen flashing out for safety. Just gonna go down, and that Ashe is really, really strong now. 8-2.
all right. Now you're gonna see MU run straight to Baron. Baron is just not spawning. They got an inhib down, and they already wiped a member out from AOL. So this is a really good macro coming out of here from MU using their lead. They're already they're at a 9K gold lead now. Yes, a 9K gold lead. So they can just keep doing fights like they did last game. They had a rough early game, but they really turned it around in the mid lane.
You hate to see that. You walking into your jungle to stop the Baron play, and you get picked off, but not quite picked off if you have Flash and the ability to charge through walls. That Baron goes down so fast. Mott's just doing so much damage. And now they have Baron. They put themselves in a position to take this series 2-0. AOL had the lead in the beginning of this game, and it looks like they're just dropping the ball on getting out-rotated and getting picked.
Yeah, definitely a lot of work coming out of here for Mata. Mata is doing so much damage in this game. And it's just like, you see Mata destroying the entire team. Like, their tanks can't really tank, really, when Mata's got that LDR and it's destroying.
The Drake goes down. It is secured by Airborne, and Nyack is just going to pay for it with his life. I don't think it was ever going to be worth it to try and get that versus 5, as the Ashe arrow does land onto Janna, who's going to go down so quick, and that's another double kill for Mata, who's popping off on Ashe, who's 10, 2, and 7.
Yeah, Mata is definitely showing a MVP of the game and probable MVP of the series right here looking at it. Ares had a great first game, but it just looks like Mata is just shining through out of everybody right now.
You know what it is like? It's easy to be a good support if you have a good ADC, and it looks like you had a good ADC and a good support, so their bot lane was just really strong.
Yeah, their bot lane is definitely one of the stronger bot lanes I've seen in this league so far.
Oriana trying to body block as much as he on Shen or can. The Baron empowered minions should be cycling in. It'll be an easy siege on the bottom turrets, or the bottom tower rather. Same thing.
Yeah, definitely they have the siege here too, really. All their wave clear on AOL is Xayah and Kid of Fire. And Hero is not really stepping up too close because he just keeps getting picked off of it and doesn't really get all too much health out of it. So it's best for him just to stay in the back or farm another wave, as they also have Superman sitting in the base. So
That
this is a
tower
definitely
is
a
gonna go
Baron
down,
power
but
play.
Nyack is gonna engage anyway and gets the point and click CC off, but it's not quite enough. Stand United is gonna go out. Monsoon is gonna be dropped off from the back line. It looks like, dang, Diana goes down as Hero does pop off, using the ultimate to disengage and ripping those feathers right on through for a 3-for-1.
Yeah, this looks like it is going to be end of the game here for AOL. MU definitely going to try to end the game here. They have the chance to do it, but they're going to mess around and get a little bit aggressive still. Trying to kill Hero underneath the fountain. Game series will go to Myrmidons United.
What a
Or
series.
is it Myrmidon?
Both are acceptable for me. They're lefty. But yeah, what a game that was. And Yasuo just getting that last kill and somehow sneakily getting off the fountain to live and keep his KDA looking pretty. But that is gonna be the series heading over to Myrmidon United. A lot better of a showing for AOL. I respect their heart and their fight, and they decided to A, do really well in the ban phase, and B, they took their picks and their lead and they tried to do something with it. They didn't just take it and hang out. It wasn't until a couple of power spike items from Myrmidon for them to come back and take the series 2-0.
Yeah, MU looked really strong here in this game. Early game, if you look at, if I'm gonna try to see if I can find the gold again somewhere, but it just looked like from the beginning of the game, it looked like they were really behind and they were getting caught out in places and their lanes were losing. But then you saw you saw a kill come out from bot lane, and then it just started snowballing a little bit, and they were coming back and they were getting into the game. They were getting the snowball rolling. They came back, got the gold lead. They got the Baron, got up 6k gold, and then they just closed the game out from there with another Baron. So it was just a good, nice, clean snowball coming out of here from MU.
Well, if we go and look at some of these charts here, the damage charts tell us a story of what actually happened here. Tons and tons of damage on that Zaya, but just wasn't actually, I want to say, wasn't peeled enough. And with Janna and Shen and Sejuani, they could have done more than they did. But unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And it was a really close one, guys. If you watch this, you saw it was a pretty close game. Tons of damage from both teams. Gold earned. It looked like the person with the most gold on the game was Ash. Tons of farm, tons of kills. Oof. Top laner placing so many wards. Such a rare sight. Alright, Lefty. With the game series going over to MU, who do you think is the MVP most valuable player and, ultimately the player of the series? Are you there, Lefty? Alright, I'm not sure where my co-caster is, but I'm gonna have to see. Test, test, test. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this is a really close one for me, but player, in my opinion, of the game. It might have to go to Ash. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like it's a big contest or anything, but
All right, I am sorry for that. I am back.
hey,
But yes, I say Mata 100%. Game 2 and the series, Mata 100%.
Mata 100%. I might have to agree with you. Well played on positioning for Ash. played to your strength and knew your weaknesses. A build, I mean, it was a good build. It worked out in your favor. I have nothing else I can say about it. If it works, it works. You know.
What was that again?
I was gonna look into the Ash build, and it wasn't my favorite. Ash build. There's zero lifesteal. There's a lot of crit, and it just worked out actually. But
Yeah, only lifesteal he had there was Doran's Blade, but still, it was so much damage there. You just can't overlook that. And then he also had the most gold in the game.
all right. Well, I think that we have to do post-series interview. I know. Yeah, I think if you're out there, Mata, come and meet us in the casters lobby.
He can't get in here.
Okay, well, meet us into the. I'll just drag you somewhere. But you are the player of the series, MVP Ares. I'm not sure. I think. Not Ares, pardon me. Sorry, Mata. Where did Mata go?
Oh, hello.
Hey, Mata! Congratulations on winning with your team and being this series MVP, most valuable player. How does it feel to go 2-0 in this series?
It feels really good, especially since our first couple of weeks wasn't too great. We, had roster swaps and roster changes and things of that nature, so it feels really good to finally bounce back.
All right, all right. What were the comms like in the chat there between you guys? Did you feel any pressure, or how did it go?
To be honest with you, the first game was, not to talk trash, but it was pretty easy. So the comms were like very calm and, not really fast paced. But the second game, we got off to like a really slow start. So we said to each other, like, we just have to play a little bit more smarter, and everything worked out.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of a question. What was the talk behind the Diana pick? There was a lot more higher tier junglers on that weren't banned in open.
Well, when you have the best jungler in the league, like we was confident that he could smash on Diana. So he said he was really confident and comfortable in it. So we decided to give it to him.
Best jungler in the league, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the other people in the other
Bold
teams are
statement.
watching. I mean,
for watching him jump into a 1v3. Bold statement.
I did see that 1v3 was a little spicy for me, but you guys took the victory, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
I mean, in these kind of situations, it's really a team sport. So is there anyone else you want to give like a kudos to, or an honorable mention, or someone else that was?
There's actually two people. One, I want to give a shout out to my support, Ares. He played out of his mind the first game, and even the second game. Like he just kept us all in check, and he's like a good vocal leader for the team. Like he's a really nice guy. And another shout out I'd like to give is to the enemy AD carry. Like even though he was like pretty behind in lane, like he always did really well in team fights. So he did a really good job.
Yeah, total shout out to Hero. I actually respect both of you guys as an AD carry main. I saw a couple things I liked, a couple things that I didn't like, but we'll just save that there. Any final questions from you, Lefty? I'm not sure.
No, I'm good. I just want to know the Diana pick.
The Diana pick. I'm not sure if there is like a victory music kind of a thing. I know that it was done before.
I think that was kind of a joke. I don't know if
It's
it's
not
implemented yet. We'll find out in the next staff meeting.
Okay, we'll talk to management on that. All right, well, I'll let you, Mata, just go and celebrate with your team, as we're gonna wrap things up here.
Can I make one more shout out?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I felt like for our team, because we did so poorly like in the first couple of weeks, that this was kind of like a statement for us to show that we are the best and we are the team to beat. So teams out there, in the future weeks, I can't wait to go up against you guys. It's going to be popping.
All right, a little bit of healthy competitive trash talking. If it's not
banter,
NA,
if you may.
oh no, we got to call it what it is.
We need a bronze table again.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, dude. You ever heard of the bronze table?
No.
Old BSGL jokes.
I'm new around here, if you couldn't tell.
Same.
So again, I apologize for some of the early technical difficulties, guys. It is my first time streaming this stuff, and it was a little bit hectic, but thank you to Lefty, thank you to Army, thank you to Dopa, Fred, everybody who
Dopa?
Dope.
It's Dota.
Same thing. That guy's cool.
You're banned.
All right, it's okay. Check this out.
Fired.
I just want to give a special shout out to my boy Fearless, our top laner, and a shout out to our mid laner. Great job, guys. Fucking
Say
I
the
love
whole
you.
team.
The
I love you
whole
guys.
team. A lot of love
Indeed.
going on. Thank you so much, Mata, the MVP of the game and the series goes to Myrmidon United. Thank you again, bud. Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Have a great one.
You too.
Later.
Bye-bye. All right, Lefty, my friend. It was fun casting with you. I appreciate all of your help again, and yeah. Any more final thoughts before we?
No, it's just good Queen series. Just none much.
All right, that's gonna be it for us. Week 3, Duo Esports. I'm Crazy Chris, and I'm here with.
The one, the only, best jungler in the BSGL League, Lefty.
Lefty, and that's gonna be it for the day, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace out.